Ajit. Navneet. नवनीत रेड्डी है ना? है ना? एम आई ऑडिबल बेटा? हेलो.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six only. Others are also. Let's wait a minute, then we'll start the session. So you all are in 10th class, right? Harshita, Tanvi, yeah, one is there. So, shall we start the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ajit, Sejal, Amrud. Let other join. Wait. Prabhanjan, Amruda,
Hi, sir.
hello beta. Good evening. Very good evening to all.
Good evening, sir.
Am I audible, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you all are in 10th class, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
you all from CBSE or state board?
Sir, I am from ICSE.
ICSE. Okay. So you tell me what we are going to discuss today. Which topic? Which chapter? First day is your wish. Then we will start next in like yes, probably in next lecture we will start the syllabus. Okay. So if you have any doubt about the science, you can ask me. We'll discuss about it today. Okay. So what you wanna study today? Harshita, Navneet.
Yes, sir. Shall we study electricity?
So do you have any wish that we'll discuss on some topic, or maybe we'll discuss about some, science related, any kind of topic that we'll discuss? Do you have any doubt on your chapter? You are just entered in 10th class or 9th from 10, no?
Sir, we are studying.
You are studying in 10th class. So that's why I'm asking you, if you do have any doubt in any chapter, just discuss with me. We'll solve it out. Do you have any doubt in your syllabus, science syllabus? Biology, chemistry? No doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. See.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
sir, I have a doubt in homologous series, sir.
Homologous series. So let's discuss about the homologous series. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I'm going to share my screen so that are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay. So now we are going to discuss about the homologous series. Okay. So we are going to discuss about the homologous series. See, what is homologous series basically? So you have heard about the hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon. You know now the compound which are formed by hydrogen. Hydro means hydrogen.
Yes.
And here carbon means carbon atom. So compound they are formed by hydrogen and carbon are called as hydrocarbon. Okay. So I'm just taking one example so that you will understand hydrocarbon basically. So it is ethane structure I'm going to draw here. So CS3 single bond CS3 and it is the basic structure of dash structure. It is also called as dash structure of ethane. Okay. So suppose this is our ethane molecule. If we will replace this H with any functional group, okay. So like here we have carbon, here we have OH group. See, we have replaced one carbon atom with OH group. What is OH group? It is alcohol group.
Alcohol.
Yes, it is alcohol group. Okay. So we can write it also as it is CH3 single bond CH3. It is ethane. It is ethane. And it is CH3 CH2OH. It is ethanol. It is ethanol. See, if we can replace this H with again by OH group. So what we will get? We will get CH2 here OH group, again here CH2 and here OH group. Okay. So see, now we are going to discuss about the homologous series. So those hydrocarbons, see here it is also hydrocarbon and it is again hydrocarbon having same functional group. Having same functional group are called as homologous series. Understood? So I'm going to write the definition for you also. Okay. So if different hydrocarbon, see here we are taking two hydrocarbon, chain of carbon atom. We can take three also, like CH3, CH2, CH2, and here we have OH group. Okay. So we can take different hydrocarbon, but we have to take same functional group. Okay. Such series are called as homologous series. So I'm going to write the definition for you. Okay. So hydrocarbons having same functional group or maybe same substitution. Same substitution are called as homologous series. And these are the examples. Okay. So understood, beta, homologous series.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your name?
Arvind, sir.
Arvind. Okay. So
Thank you.
anybody, any other doubt
No, sir. That's it, sir.
in any chapter?
No, sir.
Sir, I
Only
have a doubt.
Yes. What is your doubt, beta?
Sir, can you explain Mendel's cross?
Mendel's cross. Yes. See. See, we are going to discuss about Mendel's cross. Okay. See, everybody do understand Hindi also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See,
Yes.
Mendel was,
Yes, sir.
Mendel was the pastor of the church. He was the pastor of the church, and there was a piece of land. See, this is the church. This is the cross. Okay. This is the church. And behind the church, there was a cropland area. And here he used to, grow pea plants. Pea plants. Different type of pea plants, like pea plants are the same, but having different contrasting characters. So first we have to understand what are the contrasting characters. Contrasting characters. See, contrasting character means those characters, they can be observed with our naked eyes. Those characters of plants, or we can say organism also, that we can observe with our naked eyes are called as contrasting character. Contrasting characters. So have you understood about contrasting character?
Yes, sir.
Whose doubt is that? Your name?
Sir, Amrut.
Amrut. Okay. So Amrut, have you understood contrasting character of the plant or maybe organism?
Yes.
So we are taking,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, we are taking example of pea plant. See, in pea plant, suppose we will take the flower. So flower is maybe of white color or maybe of red color. Or maybe of yellow color. Okay, so these are nothing but the contrasting character that we can observe with our naked eyes. Okay, it is R. If we will take the shape of shade, see, shape of shade, the pea seeds, they are round shaped, like this, and few species of pea have wrinkled shape. The shape is like this. Okay, this is a wrinkled shape. Okay, if we will take another contrasting character like color of seed, so basically we have two color, one is green and another is yellow. Okay, so all these are nothing but the contrasting characters that we can observe with our senses. That's what they are called as contrasting characters. Okay, so what Mendel was doing, he was showing different types of plant with different contrasting character in a in a same crop field, so that the crossing between two different plants is possible. Okay, suppose he have used characters like so we will discuss about the monohybrid cross first. Monohybrid cross. Okay, so before going to understand monohybrid, we have to discuss about the two types of characters that they are going to appear in a next generation or not. On that basis, there are two types of character. One are dominance character and another is recessive character. Okay, so in monohybrid cross, what Mendel has done, he has taken two character. Okay, two character, like if we'll take example, color of the flower, color of flower. So he has taken one plant with red colored flower, red colored flower, and another plant with white colored flower. Okay, one plant with red color flower and another with white colored flower. So suppose this is the pea plant. Okay, here is a flower with white color, and here another pea plant with red colored flower, red colored flower. So what he has done, he has crossed these two pea plant together. Okay, so see, suppose this red color flower are termed or maybe represents as capital R, capital R. Okay, we know the cell contain chromosomes and chromosomes are always present in paired form. That's why pair means a group of two is called as pair. So here one chromosome is represented as capital R and another chromosome is again represented as capital R. That means it is a pure red flower. And here in white colored flower, suppose it is a dominance one, sorry, it is recessive one. So we will discuss about recessive and what is dominant also. So we are representing it as small r and small r. Okay, so it is pure white. It represents to the pure white color of the flower. White color of flower. And here it is pure red color of flower. Okay, so now see what he has done. He has crossed. See, these are the parent. These are the parental generation because we are crossing the red colored flower pea plant with white colored flower pea plant. Okay, so these are the, suppose this is the female plant. Female plant is represent as like this, and male plant is represents like this, or male flower. Okay, so this represent the female and this symbol represents the male flower. Okay, so what he has done, he has shown red color flower and white color flowered pea plant into the same crop field over here. Okay, so here these are nothing but the plants that he has shown in the same crop field. Okay, so what he has done, he has crossed two different colored, and these are the two different character. Okay, what are they? Red colored flower and white colored flower plant. So he crossed them, means they have, see, like I'm going to write over here. See, parental generation, parental generation. In parental generation, what he has done, he has taken female plant as, see, this is the female plant. It is red color flower. So here we have to write red colored flower. Red colored flower of pea plant. And he crossed this one with, this is the male symbol of the male plant, male flower of the different plant. Okay, so it is the white colored flower of pea plant. And their chromosomes set is represents as capital R, and the white colored flower is represents as small r and small r. So small r and capital R are nothing but the genes of that particular plant. Okay, so this is the parental generation. This is called as parental generation. Okay, and we have, you have already discussed about when these are nothing but the germ cell, and when germ cell before going to fuse with each other in order to form the zygote, they divide meiotically. Mitosis division takes place in a cell where diploid cell, see here two chromosomes are present in the same cell, that's why it is called as diploid cell. So diploid cell divides, meiotically, and haploid cells are formed. Haploid cell means they contain only one chromosome. Okay, so when this cell divide to form gametes, only one chromosome contain a cell. So these are the parental generation, and these are called as gametes. Okay, and the formation of gamete from the parental cell is called as, this process is called as segregation. This process is called as segregation. Okay, what is segregation? It is the process of formation of gametes from the parental cell. So it is parental generation cell. Okay, when this white colored flower of the pea plant, when its germ cell divide meiotically, will form two gametes with small r chromosome and small r. So these chromosomes are responsible for the color of the flower. They are responsible for color of the flower. Okay, so this is the female plant and this is the male plant. So what will happen in next generation? Suppose these are going to fuse with another flower of this cell. So what they will form? Capital R and small r. Is it or not? When this cell or this gamete is going to fuse with this gamete, will form again capital R, small r. Okay, suppose when this gamete of the male plant going to fuse with this gamete of the female plant, again will form capital R, small r. And when this cell of male plant is going to fuse with this one, then again it will form capital R, small r. Okay, so this is the first generation or first filial generation. It is called as, it is F1 generation. It is F1 generation plant. See here, we can say F1 generation as the first filial generation. It is first filial generation. Okay, it is also called as F1 generation. Means they are the offspring from this parent. Okay, see here, capital R, small r, all the all the plants of the F1 generation contain capital R and small r. Here again capital R, small r, means they contain two different types of chromosome in their cell. That's why they all are hybrid. Hybrid means when two different characters are present in the same cell. Okay, that's why they are called as hybrid. So all the plants of F1 generation are hybrid. Hybrid means they contain two different types of chromosome in their cell. That's why they are called as hybrid. Okay, but here see, capital R is the dominance character. Dominance character, whereas the small r is recessive character. Recessive character. And it is dominance character. Okay, so dominance character means the character they appears in a next generation. Okay, the character which are going to appears in a next generation are called as dominance character. So characters which appears in next generation. Next generation are called as dominance character. Dominance character. Okay, and what are recessive character? Those character they are not going to appear in the next generation, which do not appears in next generation. Generation are called as recessive character. Recessive characters. Okay, so here if we can see capital R and small r, both the character are present, but only red color is going to appear, and r small r is not, means white color is not going to appear. That means see, all the cells they contain capital R and small r. So the color of capital R, that means red, will be appear, and the white will not going to appear in the next generation. Means in F1 generation, means all the plants are red, will bear the red color of flower. Okay, so here we can write all, yeah, all plants are red in color. Okay, wait a second. Hello, बेटा आई एम इन क्लास, आप आ जाओ, घर आ जाओ, घर आ जाओ. Black. Okay, see all the color, see all the plants they contain capital R small r. Here capital R small r, and we know capital R is a dominance character, means this red color is going to appear in next generation and white will be recessive, so white is not going to appear. That means all the plants of the F1 generation are red in color. They are red in color. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will move further. See, it is F1 generation. Now what we will do, if what will happen if we are going to show the F1 generation to form the F2 generation. Okay, so let's see what happens next. Okay, now we are going to produce F2 generation from F1. So now we are going to understand or no, not understand, we are going to produce we are going to produce, we are going to produce, we are going to produce F2 generation. We'll talk later. We are going to produce F2 generation from F1 generation. F1 generation. Okay. So see, again we have to take the female flower or the plant which contain female flower and the plant which contain female. Okay. See, we have sown all the plants, you know, in a crop field area, and we have, you know, leave them for the self pollination. When we will discuss later on what is pollination. Okay. See, we have, these are the parent of F1 generation. So here we are going to write F1 generation. The plant from F1 generation. Okay. What they contain in their cell? They contain capital R, small r, and the male flower also contain, or male plant also contain capital R, small r. Okay. It is R, not V. Okay. So again, these are nothing but the F1 generation cell. Okay. Again, they are going to form the gametes. So one gamete will contain capital R and another gamete will contain small r. Again here, one gamete will contain capital R and another gamete will contain small r. Okay. So these are the gametes of F1 generation. Gametes of F1 generation. Okay. Now suppose if this capital R cell is going to fuse with this capital R cell, they are going to form capital R, small r. Okay. If this capital R cell going to fuse with small r cell of the another flower, they will form capital R, small r. Okay. If from the female flower, if this gamete is going to fuse with this one of the male flower, they will form capital R, small r. If this small r of the female going to fuse with this small of the male flower,